Good.
So tell me what's going on.
Well, Eric and I kind of hit a crossroads, and I'm not sure if, I need to stay in the relationship or if I need to leave the relationship. Um,
So you're kind of confused right now? You don't know which path to take?
no, I see reasons why, like, he's a really nice guy. He's gonna make a lot of money. He's going to school to be an engineer, and he's really attentive. He's sincere, but his mom just really gets in the way of things.
So you feel like he would create a lot of stability for you in your life, but he allows his mom to maybe steer him in different directions?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Like, like we can't even have a quiet evening alone, at dinners and things without his mom interrupting. But he's a really great guy. I can see a future with him.
It must be really difficult to feel that way, but yet to have this barrier come in between you.
Yeah, it really is. It's really challenging. And yet, I don't see him always. I think sometimes he wants to side with me, and other times he sides with his mom. That just really angers me.
It must be really confusing for him to have two queens that he has to choose between.
I think so, but I think he should choose me if we're looking at having a future together.
Have you talked about that with him, the future, what that looks like for you?
Yeah, he's unsure about his future, so that's complicating things. And I have my plans set out to go probably like 10 years.
So at this point, do you see a future with him, or
I thought I did, I thought that we had like the same goals, and that we both wanted to move to the big city, and but ever since his mom's kind of entered the picture and become like a focal point, I just see a lot of that diminishing.
So his focus has come off of you and more onto her? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because when we first started dating, she wasn't like I hadn't met her. It was just mainly him and I. And ever since we started getting a little more serious, I wanted to meet his mom. And ever since I met her, it's just been ugly.
So have you made a decision about what you want to do with him, or are you still at a crossroads? Because I hear you saying, talking about him in past tense, and that you're not very happy with him, but yet you're here talking to me about still wanting to be with him. So can you kind of tell me where you're at?
Well, I think sometimes I want to be with him, and sometimes it just seems not worth it at all.
So what would make it work for you? What would he need to do to make it work for you? Or what's a deal breaker for you?
Well, I guess I want him to have a clear idea in his mind where he's going, and if that matches up or not. If he's always going to be choosing his mom, and if he's always going to be choosing his mom, then I don't really want to be a part of that.
Have you had that talk with him?
Yeah, it just gets a little more complicated because he has like Asperger's, and so some of these kind of conversations become more difficult, I think. But he just wants to just avoid everything. So even though I try to talk to him, it kind of sounds like I'm nagging, I think.
And you're just really wanting to have some questions answered for yourself and some conclusion.
Yeah, and I'm not really getting too much of that.
So do you have a plan of what you're going to do with him in your relationship, or are you still You sound like you're still trying to work through it yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I still am, you know, on both sides of it. Maybe more leaning towards that I don't want to be with him because I want someone who has a backbone and will stick up for me and treat me like I deserve to be treated.
That's really good. That's good that you value yourself and that you're able to put some boundaries in your own world. And that's admiration, you know. I don't know what else to say.
We can stop.
Where are we at?
5 minutes? Almost 6.
Well,
Okay.
you know,
Want to keep going or not?
I just wish that I could make a decision because it's really hard for me to be stuck in this place where, like, I don't know what the future holds, yet I'm having these negative feelings, and I know that that probably comes out in my relationship with him.
So what's keeping you with him?
That what if I'm passing up the man I'm supposed to be with? Because he treats me pretty well, other than a couple, like, I guess I think I expect perfection from him maybe. But he's not perfect because we're not.
So you feel you have high expectations for him?
Maybe unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic because he has Asperger's, or unrealistic because that's just what you think?
Well, like, for example, he went to Canada one time for Christmas, and he said he was going to be gone, like one day, right? But he was gone like 3 or 4 days, and he didn't even call to tell me that he was not coming back till later, or even to communicate to me in email, and that really bothered me because I didn't know what had happened to him, and I felt it was really inconsiderate. But that's, at the same time, he doesn't really think of those things because of his condition. So I really struggle with that aspect also.
But it sounds like you're really understanding of his condition too, and you understand it. That's maybe more than, you know, other people in his life have done for him.
Yeah, but it still doesn't help with my hurt feelings.
And did you talk to him about that? Did you
Feelings
tell
for
him
God.
that that's how you
Yeah, and
felt?
he just says that, you know, he doesn't feel good enough for me.
Well, kick his ass to the curb.